Hello and welcome to India Today SoSouth. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and today we are here to react to the teaser of Baahubali The Eternal War. So, Baahubali The Epic recently re-released, right, which is the clubbed version. The review, public reaction is already on the channel, do check it out. But the teaser was supposed to release attached with the film. But unfortunately, at least in the screens that we went to watch, that didn't happen. The screening didn't happen. So we didn't get to watch the teaser on big screen, and we've been waiting for the theatrical trailer version releasing on social media. So we have seen snippets of it on social media platforms,
And
but
avoided watching it completely.
that is for sure because we wanted to watch it in full flow. What is it
And the
about?
quality looked amazing for an anime fan like me, right?
Okay.
When I saw, I first of all I had no idea that this was happening.
It looks like Mahavatar Narasimha gave hope to a lot of.
Has opened a lot of doors and has shown that people are ready for
Correct.
something like this.
Actual brain behind this is Ishan Shukla. Rajamouli in the recent interview, the pre-interview between Rajamouli, Prabhas and Rana, they had an interview, right? He neatly explained about that. I recommend to check his profile. Very interesting. We are here. The teaser is already here. If you already watched it, mention your opinions in the comments below. Without any delay, let's watch and then talk more about it.
Yes.
బాహుబలి ప్రాణం పోసి పెంచుకున్న నా బిడ్డ
Okay.
తన కోసం ఆ పరమశివుడు రాసిన గమ్యమేంటో అప్పుడు నాకు తెలియలేదు. తన మరణం ఒక ముగింపు కాదు, ఓ మహాకార్యానికి ప్రారంభం. తన గమ్యం
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, into the Spider-Verse.
వర్తమాన భవిష్యత్ కాలాలని శాసించే దేవాసుర సంగ్రామం.
తప్పుకో విశాసుర, బాహుబలికి శిక్ష తప్పు.
Fallen city of Tripura, Patala Lokam.
నీకు బాహుబలి కావాలంటే నన్ను గెలిచి తీసుకో.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Nice.
నీ బాహుబలిని ఎవరు కాపాడతారు ఇప్పుడు? జై మహాకాళ! అది అదే ప్రశ్న ఇంద్ర. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు కాపాడతారా?
Whoa. Mahakala?
Is that Prabhas himself
Yeah.
or a AI rendition voice?
I think AI.
ఆ శక్తి పేరి
Man, the quality.
Yeah.
This should be big if they ensure the quality is consistent through the film.
Yeah.
Whatever quality they presented here in the,
The teaser.
if it is consistent throughout the film,
Yeah.
it has to go big.
Firstly,
First-
lucky whoever watched it on big screen.
Of course. And right off the bat, you get reminded of Into the Spider-Verse,
That,
Across
yeah.
the Spider-Verse, because the animation style is similar.
Correct.
There are various animation styles established across
Yeah.
the world right now. There's Japanese
Japanese
versions.
anime.
That itself has so many different varieties.
Varieties,
And
correct.
American animated films.
There's a Pixar style, there's a Universal Studio style,
Exactly.
there's Sony.
So there's so many different styles. For me, at least, it was a definite
Very
reference
similar, yeah.
to the Sony style of animated films. But the quality,
My God, I was
quality.
really impressed because there was another series which released on Amazon Prime which was animated itself, which was 2D animation. I think this is 3D animation. That was 2D animation. So that the quality of that show was jarring to say the least, and I personally didn't enjoy. And after the monumental success of Bahubali 2, this is what is coming out of it. I was a little disappointed, but this is really how the Bahubali world should go forward. First thing, I'm really excited about how they took the story from what we have seen in Bahubali 1 and 2 and to the eternal war. That reveal in the end felt very much like Kalki climax shot. Alasyamainda Acharya Putra. That kind of
The Karna
entry.
reveal.
Yeah, the Karna reveal. It was very similar to that. In the sense, it reminded me of that. My God, the colors, the quality, the ambition, the scale.
Like I said, if it is the case and if the quality is like this, it should be going viral worldwide.
Yeah.
And it is sort of unfortunate that for the scale that they presented in Bahubali, the epic did not pick up as much as it should have.
Though it is the highest collecting re-release so far.
Yeah,
There
that
was-
for the name Bahubali and for the way it was being, you
Yeah.
know, the scale of presentation of the re-release, it doesn't really translate in numbers.
Yes.
Hopefully that is not the case with this one. In India, the fans for animated cinema is very limited, right?
Yeah.
It was only with the recent Mahavatar Narsimha film that it just blew up.
Correct.
And rightfully so. And you know, we were one of the people who watched the earliest rendition of
Yeah.
the film in the theaters.
Correct.
And if you watch the latest one, it is so much more fine-tuned, so
yeah,
much
it is
more
more
refined.
enhanced.
It has created a market, and we are seeing more and more and more.
Correct.
Like overwhelming numbers of animated films now. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, it doesn't get, you know, saturated the
Yeah.
market. That has been a problem with Indian cinema,
Correct.
where if one sets a trend of sorts, there's just too many films following that trend. Hopefully that, you know, doesn't lead to a saturation.
See, one thing which I personally feel will keep Bahubali, the Eternal War, a little separate is the reason why animation is working across the globe. The recent success of Demon Slayer is evident that theatrically also animation is doing. And if you look at what happened in 15 years is the adaptation rate of animated content, whether it is Japanese animation or English animation, has increased. Animation has reached to 2-tier, 3-tier cities also. So India is more used to animation than ever. So that is why a good content like Mahavatar Narasimha and the trend of people getting accustomed to this platform or this medium of entertainment, it went together well. But again, the next attempts, if you see, it feels more like a cash grab than a genuine attempt to give something different and unique to the audience. But I think this teaser promises that this is going to be different and unique. So there are a lot of reasons why this teaser looks more promising than a lot of other announcements that came in recent times.
You know, one thing is that, like you said, in recent times, animation has been growing, but that is not the case in the Western world.
Correct.
Right. Animated films have been the biggest grossers ever in American films for the longest of times,
Yeah.
right? From Toy Story to
Correct.
the
Finding Nemo,
and
Incredibles.
exactly Incredibles, all of it has been grossing huge numbers since back in the day. And I think right now a Chinese film which is also
Exactly,
an
that is
animated
the highest
film
grossing film of China.
So the market is huge and the quality is there. If it blows into the scenes over
Yeah.
there, right? I feel like it could blow up and become one of those films as well. It could resonate similar levels of, you know, success. So if not part one, if part one sets a standard and, you know, reaches enough doors, knocks
Yeah.
on them, I feel like part two is going to, you know, sit on their couch and enjoy all the luxury.
Yeah.
Like usually what happens with all of our Bahubalis, KGFs,
Yes.
Pushpas.
And also another interesting thing about this is if this movie delivers the quality which the teaser is promising and reaches out to Hollywood market, I think they'll be mind blown with what we have achieved in 120 crore. Because the amount of investment
So that is the budget for this one?
that's what Rajamouli revealed. It is around 120 crores
For the animated
for
film.
the animation film. So 120 crores is a huge budget
Is it
for
just
an
part
animation
one
film.
or part two?
The budget, that much details Rajamouli didn't give. He said for this
Okay.
animation movie, I think it is just part one. They might increase it for the next one. Unlike putting up sets so that 2 parts can be used, animation, they make the assets, right? So yeah, 120 crores is a huge budget, just like how when Bahubali released, right? It was a huge budget for a film like that. Similarly, in terms of animation films in India, 120 crores is huge. But if you look at the overall global market and the spending which happens, it is very, very less. So if we are able to deliver on what we are promising with that budget, I think the doors are open for much more opportunities and much more reach and appreciation.
Yeah, exactly. So, like you mentioned, Demon Slayer, no? The recent release, it's made on probably, if you convert it into American dollars, on a $4 million budget. And it has grossed over 600 now.
Yeah.
So that is what it is. I think with 120 crore, I feel like that is also going to be around the same. Around $20 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And really hoping, and they've not really released any dates per se.
Correct.
So when the release is going to be, there's no particular
Yeah.
timeline.
And I hope it's theatrical.
I hope so too. I don't think it should be anything else. I don't think
Yeah.
it will be anything else. But yeah, a timeline would have been nice to know.
Yeah, and they've been working on this project apparently for 2 years. And yeah, Prabhas looks amazing even as animated character also. I think by far I didn't like the Kalki animated version of Prabhas. Like that animation and also the first Bahubali like I mentioned. But this one I really liked. It looks pretty badass. You have to move on.
Well, that was our reaction to the teaser of Bahubali The Eternal War Part 1. If you liked the teaser, mention what you felt was the best part of the teaser in the comment section below. Also, let us know your Bahubali experience. What do you feel that the epic deserved more love? Do you feel that the re-release isn't really working as much as it should have?
Yeah.
Mention all of those opinions in the comment section below.
And also there is a discourse regarding the epic version of it being a little too choppy or a little too lengthy. What are your thoughts on that? Do mention that in the comments below. And once again, do not miss our review and public reaction and a lot of other content. Do check our channel and like, share and subscribe if you like our content.
Yes. Lot more videos to come your way from us. To that, like he said, subscribe. All of that is there. With all that jazz, I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya.
And you're watching India Today So South.